Hey friends, welcome back to yoga. Today I have a funky, fun class for you, so I hope that you enjoy it. We'll start off today coming down into a child's pose. So making your way down onto your mat. Let your knees spread out as far as you'd like. They could be completely together so your upper body can rest down on your thighs. Or you could let them be mats with distance so your belly can rest down in between your legs. Either way, bring your forehead down towards the mat. Let the arms reach out nice and long in front of you. And let the hips try to sink back towards your heels. We'll start off taking 4 breaths here. Breathing in. Feel the inhale expand through your body, expanding your upper back, your belly. And as you exhale, soften down into the mat. Grounding down, feeling the earth support you. Whatever happens before class or whatever long to-do list you have afterwards, let that go. Bring yourself here, focusing on your breath, focusing on an intention, and just giving yourself some time to smile and have fun. We'll take one more big breath in and out. Now we'll walk our hands rising up, draw the knees back together here, and we'll place our palms together right at our heart. So the thumbs might press down into your chest. You might be able to feel your heartbeat. Taking another big expansive breath in, and a good sigh out. Another one like that, a big breath in. And really let something go when you breathe out. Let out a noise. Feel the breath rising out of you. We'll come forwards into a tabletop position here. So our shoulders stack over the wrists. The hips are stacking over your knees. And we'll take a few cat-cows. As you inhale, the belly will drop down, the gaze lifts. And as you exhale, rounding through the spine, so you have this little tuck of your chin towards your chest, the little tuck of your tailbone behind you. Then start to move with your breath. Inhaling, the belly drops. Exhaling, the spine rounds. Might feel nice to add in some extra movements with the eyes closed down. Moving in a way that feels natural to you and just feels really good in your body. I'm always keen on some hip circles here. Awesome. We'll tuck the toes behind us, pressing up into a downward facing dog and slowly walking towards the front of the mat. Inhale for a halfway lift, a nice long spine. Exhale to release back down. Inhale to press through the feet, rise all the way up. The arms will reach up towards the ceiling. Exhale to hinge at the hips, bend in your knees, come down into a forward fold. Inhaling for a halfway lift. Exhale to release the hands. Step the right leg back, finding yourself a low lunge. Compress the shoelace side of your foot down into the mat. Inhale to reach the arms up overhead. Softening through your face, softening through the shoulders. You find this nice, sturdy and strong lunge, but also soft. One more breath. Now, as the hands come down, we're going to send the left leg long back behind you. It's tricky, it plays with your balance. Let it be fun. We'll let the left toes come down. The right foot steps back into a plank. Lower the knees right where they are, and then lower all the way down to the mat. Inhaling for a cobra or an upward facing dog. And then sending your hips up high, downward facing dog. Take a moment to pedal out the feet here, bending into one knee, then the other. And breathing. Now the right foot will step forwards, finding a low lunge on the right side. The knee drops down. That shoelace part of your foot presses down into the mat, and the arms reach up nice and high. Notice again if you've found some tension through your face or your shoulders were crunching up towards your ears, and let it relax. Just soften into the pose. As the hands start to come down to the mat, we'll slide the right leg long behind you. Awesome. Now the toes come down, step the left foot back, finding yourself in a plank. Knees will lower all the way down. Chest also comes down to the mat. And then we'll press into our hands, finding either a cobra type of shape or an upward facing dog type of shape. Wherever you are, draw your shoulder blades together. Feel that opening up through your heart, through your chest. We'll tuck the toes, lifting up high into a downward facing dog. From here, the right leg reaches up nice and high, three-legged dog. Sending lots of energy out your heel, like you're kicking back at something behind you. And then we'll plant the right foot forwards, rising up into our crescent warrior. Take the time to find a nice strong base, and that can mean widening your stance. If you're feeling really off balance today, try to let your feet come wider apart, like standing on railroad tracks. Then the arms can reach up overhead. Maybe they bind behind your back so you can open a bit more through the chest. We'll start to press into our left toes so the left heel rises up. Great. One or two more here. Coming into our airplane pose, we'll pour the weight into the right leg, lifting the left leg long behind you and reaching the arms out nice and wide like an airplane or a bird flying through the sky. Find a focal point. Use your breath. Good. We'll start to bend through the right knee so the hands can come down to the ground, and tuck the left knee behind the right ankle. So now we're finding a seated twist. If it seems like your hips are not pressing down into the ground, then your bottom leg, in this case our left leg, can reach long in front. So then your sits bones are pressing evenly into the ground. We'll start to roll through the shoulders. And then turning this into a twist, the right hand comes back behind you like a kickstand. So the spine goes up nice and long towards the ceiling, and the left hand can hold on to this knee here, twisting over towards the right side. Imagine that your body is like a sponge here and you're wringing it out. What are you letting go of? what dirty water is just washing down the drain. Making space for new freshness in your body, in your mind. Great, unwinding towards the left side. We're gonna find our side lunges facing the left side of the mat. Pour your weight into your back heels and shift side to side. The next time you go in towards your right leg, we'll turn towards the front of the mat, dropping the left knee down and finding a modified side plank. So the right leg reaches on down the mat, the right arm reaches overhead, and we breathe. Try to relax through your head and your neck. The left ear can drop down towards your shoulder. Good. The right foot will plant up at the top of the mat, so we find this low lunge shape again. Now the left hand will stay down, the right arm reaches up for a twist. Again, try to relax through the neck, let the left ear drop down towards the left shoulder. Great. Right hand comes down. We're going to move into our goddess towards the left side of the room. So here the toes are pointing towards the outside corners of the mat. We're sinking down in the hips. And arms could have so many different variations. You could open them up, cactus arms. You could bind them behind your back. Or maybe you just keep them here on your hips. We'll take about 3 breaths here, breathing in and out. One more. Last one. Good, turning towards the front of the mat. We'll step the left foot up to meet the right. Inhale, sweep the arms up overhead. Exhale to hinge at the hips, coming down into a nice forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Long spine here. Good, exhale, hands drop down. We'll step back through our plank. Lower the knees, the chest, the chin, everything down. Pressing through a little cobra, or pressing even more to your upward facing dog. And sending the hips back up, downward facing dog. Take a few moments for yourself, whatever feels good. Maybe pedaling through the feet, lifting the heels up, or just staying nice and still. Relish in the stillness. Left leg reaches back behind you. 3-legged dog, sending lots of energy out through the left heel. Nice and strong through your arms. We'll guide the left foot forwards, rising up into our crescent warrior. Arms are going to reach up nice and high. And settle in. Notice where you can feel the stretches. Notice where you can feel the heat in your body. Adding in our heel lifts, press into the right toes, lift the right heel up. And we'll start to pour our weight into the left leg, finding our warrior 3, airplane pose. One side might feel so different than the other side. And that's good, that's okay. You're noticing, we're working towards balance. But what fun would it be if it was exactly the same every way that we did it? Coming into our seated twist, the right knee is going to tuck underneath the left ankle. Notice here, if your bum isn't completely on the ground, then the right leg can reach out long in front of you. We'll start to roll the shoulders. Great, and coming into a twist, the left hand will plant back behind you. Moving towards the left side. Maybe even gazing back over your left shoulder. Always moving from a place of love for yourself. No need to force or cause any pain. And if the twist does feel too strong, then you just simply untwist a little bit. We'll all start to untwist, moving towards the right side of your mat, coming into our side lunges. Pour your weight back into your heels so your hips are sending back. This time your body might feel a little bit more warmed up. You might add in a twist. It might even be fun to try and hop from side to side. But you're still getting the same benefit as if you're just moving your hips side to side. So there's just different layers that you can try. Spice it up a bit, make it funky. Great, the next time that we move into the left side, we'll turn towards the front of the mat, dropping the right knee down and taking our modified side plank. Left leg reaches long down the mat, left arm reaches up above. And then the left leg will come to plant at the top of the mat. Finding a twisted low lunge, the right hand stays planted. The left arm reaches up nice and high. Let the right ear drop towards your right shoulder. Relaxing through the neck. And left hand can come down. We'll turn into our goddess pose. Toes pointing out towards the corners of your mat, sinking down into your hips. You might try lifting up one heel, then the other. Maybe both heels. Nice, playing around, see what feels good. Moving in your rib cage side to side. There's so many different things we can do here, so try to explore, see what feels nice. Take 2 more breaths. Nice long inhale. Exhale. 1 more big, big breath in and out. Good. Toes will point forwards. We'll hinge at the hips coming down into a forward fold. The head releases down. Even allow for a little gentle bend through your knees. Wonderful. Start to heel toe the feet back together. We'll come down onto our bottoms here. Let the legs reach out nice and long in front of you. Inhaling for a nice long spine, the arms reach up high. Exhaling to fold forwards over your legs. It's important to keep the spine nice and long so you can bend through your knees to help with that And start to rise back up. We'll make our way down onto our backs. For our final pose here, let the knees knock together, the hands resting on your belly. So you can feel your breath, you can feel your body filling up with the air. Slowly breathing in, 2, 3, 4, and breathing out, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathing in, 2, 3, 4. Breathing out, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I invite you to hang out here in your Shavasana for a few more moments, soaking up a little bit more time for yourself and enjoying it because you deserve it. Thank you for coming to class today, and we'll see you soon.